For player interactions, this trivia game will host many varieties of different games with plenty of interaction between players. The benefit of this trivia gaming system is that it helps to improve brain function and concentration. It is basically a brain training trivia game. Simply put it's exercise for the brain while having fun. Of course, like any other games in the industry, it is supposed to be entertaining, fun, educational, and in some cases a little bit of physical exercise as well. For experience, this is a combination of trivia games that many users must have watched or heard from somewhere at some point in their social activities. A few examples are like Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, and then combine that with sports game. This game will give the player a little bit of everything. Let's say the user likes football. There is a football theme where each question will host yardage that can be earned with every correct questions answered. In a two-player mode, there may be a counter questions on the opponent's side where each questions answered correctly will put up a very defensive play against the offense. Going forward, there are plenty of playbooks available in exchange for the correct questions from the players. For example, 10 questions, if answered correctly by the offensive player, will earn the offense a touchdown, which is 6 points. However, on the defensive side, the player can steal the points based on how fast they can handle the buzzer for the opportunity to answer the questions first. If the defense answered it wrong, however, the offense can take advantage of the opportunity as well, and of course vice versa. On the view side of this trivia game, the graphic is in animation mode so that the player will feel that they are at the arcade or at least within the game show. They will be projected first person view, third person, and as well as the entire group, they are in multiplayer mode. In some cases, there is a 3D view where that can be controlled by the player themselves. The view setting is to try to get the player feel like they are really in the game show environment by placing them in the middle of all the interactions. In the engagement area of this trivia game, the games allowed movement with fingers with certain application types such as mobile devices on Android and Apple. Other stationary devices will allow a more range of body movements like arms, legs, and even voice recognition. The limitation of game participation and engagement varied from platform to platform. For multiplayer, the trivia games can be played individually or as a team by another player or with the computer. The match can be 1-on-1, 2-on-2, or any number of combinations. The game also hosts online connections via internet between the same type of platform. Platform and rationale of this trivia game will be available in just about every format. The three most popular game consoles, PlayStation 3, Microsoft Xbox 360, and Nintendo Wii will voice this trivia game. The apps will also be available for download through iOS and Android host mobile devices. PC is still the most popular platform, so it will definitely be available as a PC game as well. Functionality of the game will vary from PC game consoles to mobile devices. In popular game consoles, the players will get a more realistic feel or experience with the trivia games. The interactive control devices put the game and the player much closer to the actual game show. Xbox 360's controls let the player utilize the Connect functionality where the entire body of the user is image censored plus voice recognition as well. In the Nintendo Wii, the remote controls are sensitive with players' movement with the use of Remote Plus and Nunchuck combination. In PlayStation 3 console, The functionality of the Move controller is activated with the iCam. The combination of the PS3 remotes will put the player in the middle of the game show, very similar to the Xbox 360 by comparison. Outside of the game console realm, the functionality will be based on a normal keyboard punch on PCs, and in mobile device it would be all touchscreen sensitivity. The only compatibility mode for this trivia game, unfortunately, is for PC format only. The market for cross-platform development for any games is just not feasible at this point in time. The only compatible mode available would be backward and forward compatibility in PC format because of the different versions of operating systems.